What's the deal, y'all? This your man King Eric, the media assassin, coming at y'all with another video. So, apparently the WWE has made their headlines today with season 2 of Unreal on Netflix. And I happened to watch some of it. And I have to give my thoughts about it. I gotta keep it 100. But when I watch it with this show, it's showing that Triple H is full of shit, bro. What this show is really all about is him trying to make himself look like he's this mad genius, this creative brainchild. He really wants to be Dana White. That's really who he wants to be like. I don't see how unrevealing the curtain is going to drive anybody to the new fans of the product. If anything, it's going to make them look more like a joke. It's going to look more make like your talent a joke. But see, what this is really about is Triple H is trying to get himself over, when in reality it's backfiring. You got LA Knight crying like a bitch. You got talent and all crying and emotional and having anxiety attacks. And they looking at Triple H like they their daddy. Then you got Goose like Road Dogg and Bruce Pritchard looking like they can't even write a decent story if it slapped them in the face. It's disgusting. It goes to show you right there, the train wreck that we've been seeing for the past year and a half is a reflection of what we be seeing with this show here. But the R-Truth situation is why I'm doing this video. And see, I pay attention to word gymnastics that they're using. You have Triple H out there lying his ass off. Talk about, R-Truth was never fired. He was never released. He just jumped the gun. What do you mean? What does not renewing your contract mean? That means you're losing your job. Don't try to play with me here. If I sign you to a record label and I tell you I'm not going to renegotiate your contract, I'm letting you go, meaning you're getting fired. So what are we talking about here? Then they trying to make it like R-Truth don't know business and he just jumped outside getting information wrong. Nah. Y'all fired that nigga. Y'all fired that nigga because y'all didn't see the value that y'all was paying him, and y'all thought y'all could just throw him along with the rest of the carcasses and be business as usual. That's what y'all did. You ain't playing dumb with me here. Y'all know y'all messed up really bad because you didn't think R-Truth was this beloved and respected in the back. So now y'all trying to cover your asses. You're trying to bring them back all of a sudden, and it's a part of the story. Bullshit. Because here's the thing that gets me. If R-Truth wasn't released or fired, you should have deleted that tweet. The tweet is still up there today. The tweet should have been scrubbed or deleted. Because that's bad company optics. That's bad company optics right there. If I'm releasing somebody, if somebody's under contract and they're telling me, and they're telling the public they're released, that looks bad on me. So I'm like, yo, what are you doing? He should have reprimanded Truth. If you was a real boss, you should have either deleted the tweet, scrubbed it, find Truth. Like, look, man, don't come outside talk about company business like this unless it's storyline related. He didn't do any of that. So that meant right there that R-Truth was gone. Y'all can't pull that bullshit on me. And it even showed when they brought him back, the creative had nothing to do with it. And you can even tell with Road Dogg, he ain't know what he doing. And Road Dogg is just a boot-licking, ass-kissing shill. How you gonna say it was business sense to fire R-Truth? Motherfucker, you only have a job because you're best friends with the boss. SmackDown been stinking for a whole year under your watch, buddy. You ain't been over since 1999, homeboy, and you had to copy Snoop Dogg slang to get over. So don't come at me talk about business. The only reason why you have your job is because you best friends with the boss, punk. But see, this show here is destroying the mystique and magic of wrestling, man. And I know people gonna come in, well, kayfabe has already been gone to defend this bullshit. It's not like this, man. Because number one, if they're gonna tell about the stories, usually it's retired talent that's telling the stories from 20, 30 years ago. They're not using the current storylines and the current talent to do it as we're watching. It's a big difference. So in other words, it would be like this. If you watch in 1998, Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to do an interview with Steve Williams. And you see Vince McMahon and Vince Russo hugging in the back. You see all that. You don't supposed to see that. McMahon only let you see what he wanted you to see. The rest of that stuff, for the most part, was kept in the dark. And notice the only time over the years when they would do, when they would talk about who's going over this, that, and third, creative and stuff like that, they did it on Bite This and stuff like this, but it wasn't a circular point. You know what I mean? And on top of that, they didn't use a lot of the current stories. You had people that were already retired telling the story or telling how matches work and shoot interviews and stuff like that. You had people in current storylines telling you how things are. And wrestling's draw is aura and mystery. And this show destroys it as we know it. This is the problem that we're having with it right now. And then again, do you expect anything from the guy that gave you the curtain call? Think about that for a minute. So let me know what you guys think. Subscribe, hit the like button, please.